Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we're here today with Kingdom Chapter 516, 517, 518, 519, 520. Reaction. Man, I always try and innovate these introductions, but they always get worse. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a fantastic day. So first of all, I wanted to apologize to all of you. And the reason for that is very, very simple in my mind. I am the greatest, which means that none of you can be the greatest. But I'm sure if all of you banded together and fused together, you would all amount to about 1% of me. I know. I am humble. But that's because I can be. Anyway, Kingdom. We're here with King. Yeah, not a new mouse, I know, but it looks fancy, doesn't it? It's like, I've had it now for like 4 months or so. Not that new, but it looks fancy. I feel like it looks pretty much it looks exactly the same as my old one, to be totally honest. The same form factor, everything. Just, I don't know why, but I like this form factor. Like I've got like one of those very expensive wireless mouse with an apostrophe s, not the singular, not mice, mouse. Is that cost like a lot of money basically, and the only reason why I got it is because a friend of mine used to work at like a electronics store, and they basically allowed him to like take home whatever he wanted, and he was like, yeah, you can have this, I don't need it, because he got himself like a keyboard and a mouse thing that was like 500, and he got it for like 50, and then the mouse that he gave me was like, I think like 150, and he gave it to me for free. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. It's like one of those tiny mouses though that you can like expand. You can like literally just like scroll it out like that, and it like gets bigger. It's just wireless, and I don't have batteries, so that's why I've been using like a wired mouse for like the last 4 years. I've had this mouse now for like 6 years or 7 years or so, but I've not been using it because batteries. Anyway, folks, Kingdom. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, when I say YouTube, I mean like by the time this comes out on YouTube, I'll probably be finished with Kingdom. And I can't say that definitively, but I feel like I'll be close to, how many chapters are there? Yeah, no, I won't be. Never mind. But like by the time this comes out on like YouTube, your YouTube upload, not on Patreon, I'll probably be in like the maybe just about reaching 600. Maybe not. Maybe I will. I'm like that far ahead on Patreon. I'm like 30, 40. I think. No, I'm like 6 weeks ahead on Patreon, something like that. So it's not that crazy. Maybe not. Maybe it won't be that far. 30 chapters ahead. All right, cool. Anyway, just putting that out there because money. Yeah, I know in these tough times I shouldn't be saying that, but I am. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, chapter 516, Weapon of Conquest. So in the last one, we basically had them realize, what I realized right away was that like all the people are quote unquote locusts. They're all there to infiltrate Kantan, but we also had the Riboku arrive at Kantan. So let us see what these chapters have in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. Kantan. Riboku-sama, we have awaited your return. Frotto, Chief Riboku-sama. At long last he returns, the hero burdened with saving the kingdom. I like how Osen basically said, from here on out it's going to be like a personal, direct battle between Riboku and me. It's like, yeah, it's going to be between me and him, who's the greater genius. So let us see. And obviously Kanki was saying, I've known this guy for a while now. And the one thing that I can say definitively about him is that he never picks a battle that he can't win. Like, okay, there we go, that's all I need to hear. And, but the thing is, right, they mentioned, like, very early on, I think it was like 200 chapters ago, 300 chapters ago, when we first met him, that, like, he could be a potential threat to Shin in the future, like the kingdom of Shin. Shin. Best way to destroy them right now, honestly, would be, like, to team up with Zhao. That'd be what I would be saying, like team up with Zhao, then you can destroy Shin. Not Shin the character, Shin the kingdom. That would be a good way to go, because they wouldn't be able to like do anything, You have two geniuses like Robokun. Ooh. I'm thinking 500 steps ahead. Well, although that will never happen, but still, that would be cool. That would be cool, because then I don't know. then I don't know how they would be able to survive. With his genius, I don't know how they would be able to survive unless Toe is like a super genius too. Yotamura. Ooh. Anyway, those two. They are Rinshoujo's men, one of the previous great heavens. Okay. While we were unable to mobilize Kantan's forces, we've received permission to make use of our personal army. Good work. N City and Bun City from the north have sent 10,000 soldiers each. They should be arriving very soon. Shall we have those 20,000 men proceed towards Gyo? No. That won't be necessary. Even amongst all the states, Gyo can be considered to be one of the most heavily defended cities. It will not fall to the Shin attacks. If the Shin have entered this deep of their own accord, then it means that they have concentrated all their forces together. We will use our forces to surround them and wait, and then we will conduct an attack not on them directly, but on the provisions. Man, that's a cool... I'm just scrolling up, that's a cool helmet. Like it looks like it's got like a face tattoo right there. It's like, that's a cool helmet. I can already imagine the anguish that will twist the Shin's faces when that moment comes. But first, I must pay a visit to His Royal Majesty. Once that's taken care of, I'll need to take command of... Ryuboku-sama! Welcome back, sir. We have long awaited your return. Koshu, do you know? Koshu? You have done well to do exactly as my message was bade you. You're so kind. More importantly, sir, we've continued to receive birds from the other inner cities. It was my intent to seek your guidance after my visit to the king, to receive an update on the Shin's movement. Yes, sir. Though I believe you're already aware of this. The Shin have split their forces into three, and have taken over a string of our cities that lie en route to Gyo. By this point, we will have lost 8 cities to them. 9, sir. We just received the bird saying Kyo has fallen. 9 then. What if Kosen Ryu's army of 90,000? I believe they're engaged on a standoff with the mountain tribes. But due to the battle lines gradually shifting east, the refugees of the southern cities have been unable to escape northwards. Refugees? That's right, sir. Locusts, you mean? It appears that the cities of Gota and Tei had all the citizens cast out after being taken over by Shin. Likewise for Shin and Seki, sir. And the same for the silver city of Seki too. Ryuboku-sama. Yeah. Then what of the remaining cities? I believe there's something at Hei too, but the fate of the Santan city is still unknown. Then does that mean that the whole area south of the capital is swarming with refugees that are wandering around aimlessly? No. Not aimlessly. The Shin split up their forces and made sure to hit the cities in successive order from west to east, while to the north lies a battleground. Therefore, it can be practically guaranteed that every last one of these refugees will choose to head eastwards. Huh? Then doesn't that mean they're all going to be heading for... Koshu, sir? How? For how many days has Gyo been opening its gates to refugees? There it is. Let's go. We're finally here. It's the thing that Rebecca said. Oh, it's even for Gyo heavily fortified. Yeah, mate. We're finally here. It's so big. Now we finally get some good food. Waters. Ooh, provisions. Hang in there, Shin. We're almost there. Don't push, Punpun. Leaders, hand over your ledgers. That's not on a ledger. Those not on a ledger aren't allowed in. We'll take care of you outside. Water. Can we drink the water in the moat? Don't be stupid. There's water inside, and for the ones outside too. Food. Don't push. Those from Shin City head left. Don't stop moving. If you're from Seki, then head for the southern district. Citizens of Gota and Tei, just keep going straight ahead. Make sure to keep moving. Still no end of them. Even the second district's going to fill up soon. Kochi, send a message asking for permission to open the third district to refugees. It's already been opened. They've already started filling it up. What? Tide yourselves over with this for now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Once you can stand, go line up. Oh, thanks to God. So good. Here too, please. Water, please. Only this much. Thank you. You'll get more later. Drink it slowly. Thank you, me too. My lord. The third district has been filled with refugees all the way to the eastern edge. My lord, General Shinryakan advises that we should close the gates and stop taking in refugees for the time being. Nonsense. Lord of Gyu, Earl Choki, you can tell that he's rich. Nonsense. The citizens are a nation's foundations.
The armies of Shins have yet to close in. We should endeavor to aid our people to the very least. But sir, any more than this will... Lord, we've emptied the third granary. With so many refugees, it barely lasted any time at all. Yeah, no matter. Oh no, no matter. Open the fourth and fifth granaries too. We have countless mortar spears. My lord. Yo western wall, giant watchtower. Why won't he shut the gates? His lordship wishes us to let them all inside. What? West Wall Commander General Shinrikan. That's impossible. We've long exceeded the capacity of the city. Has his lordship even taken a proper look at the situation, Kantan? We should immediately send a bird towards Gyo. No, I fear it is already too late.
What do you mean, Riboku? That guy's hair. I keep forgetting his name. Honestly, the white-haired person, silver hair, I guess. It looks so weirdly drawn. Like compared to everyone else's hair, his hair just looks like it looks like a pine cone tree, like a Christmas tree, basically. But it just looks so like the lining of it is just so weird. I like it. It looks pretty cool. It literally just looks like a hat, honestly. Like he's wearing like a toupee or something. What do you mean, Riboku-sama? I believe that after taking Retsubi, Osen truly did sneak off to scout out Gyo, as I said so before. And after seeing Gyo in all its glory, he realized that Gyo is not a city that would fall to martial might, and because of that, Osen chose not to attack Gyo straight away, but instead made a detour to attack these 9 other cities along the way, managing to fool even me. The whole point of such an action was to create a weapon capable of bringing down Gyo. Those refugees that have been cast out of the cities are a weapon. Gyo, General, look at that. Looks like the flow of refugees is finally about to run out. So that's the last of them, huh? Smoke signal. Smoke signals are being raised off in the distance. We can't see them yet, but it must mean the Shin army is hot on their heels. Gah, and there's 3 signals too. So all 3 Shin armies are heading towards us. Sound the alarm. So at long last, you've come this far in, cursed shit. So that's Gyo.
Oh ho ho ho! It would appear that we're the first to arrive. Whoa! What the hell is that city?
It's goddamn huge. Here they come. Clang, clang, clang. Shizzle. They stretch across the entire horizon. Clang, clang, clang. No panic. It doesn't matter how many of them come. Come on, hurry up and get in. We're raising the drawbridge. Okay, give her it's going in very soon. Gyo will shut its gates and hunker down in the fence just as we originally planned, but they won't have they won't have the breathing room. They won't have the food, the provisions. That's the word. Provision. I couldn't think of the word for a second. The provisions. But what is not according to our plan is the fact that it will be holding 9 cities worth of refugees within its walls as well. When are we getting water?
So hungry. Where's the food?
Clang, 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 clang.
Have the Shin come yet to water it hurts. Bring out the food already, my lord.
What is it? If it's about the Shin, then I already know. No, sir, that's not it. Even the 5th granary has been... Now he's starting to sweat. Even the 5th granary has been emptied. Our men are asking for permission to open the 6th. We have no intention of attacking the walls. Just take up and hold positions in front of the gates. Aye, madam. Then what does that mean? This will be a battle between whether the Shin army runs out of supplies first or whether the 9 cities worth of refugees will eat their way through Gyo's food stockpiles first. Yeah, a battle of attrition, just as I said. It will turn into a battle of endurance in the form of provisions. That's a different kind of battle. A battle to see who runs out of food first. Riboku-sama. Something like that. Even I have not heard of such thing before. Osen. We were the ones on a time limit because of our food, but now he's used the enemy's own citizens against them to put them in the same position as us, huh? You really are one insane bastard after all, Osen. And he doesn't say, I shall leave Gyo in your hands, Kanki, so he's moving forward. You're heading out? That's right. We must strike the first blow before Riboku comes to free Gyo from his predicament. Oh my, yeah. This panel with like both of them, with like Osen and Kanki just like side, it's like... The energy. It's the energy, bro. Bruh. But yeah, that's how you take a city. Not with military might, but with people. Even the mighty Riboku could not have seen this. I could not have foreseen this. There is the king. As always, well, the only thing you're good at is coming up with excuses. Whose shoulders does the fate of this nation? Chapter 517. Chipping one another down. Riboku, Rhydon. 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 Huh? Rhydon. What do you mean? What was he questioning? Rhydon. As always, the only thing you... Who shows the fate of this nation... Oh, who shows us the fate of this nation... Okay. Stupid. I will be... that's Ribaku. I need to give Ribaku a deserving voice. I will be happy to accept any punishment. However, there are larger matters at stake for now. I request your Majesty's permission to mobilize the 100,000 elites of Kantan so as to... Absolutely not! I believe I already told this to Kosho, but for the Kantan army to leave the capital's walls is out of the question. Not even a single man out of those 100,000. Sire, were Gyo to fall now, then in but a few years Shin's blade will be poised right at Kantan's throat. That matters not. It will take more than that for Kantan to fall to Shin's blade. In fact, the very same thing could be said for Gyo, the impregnable... the city is already done for. The impregnable city, were it not for my uncle, Earl Jockey, and his foolish decision to open the gates to accommodate the fleet of refugees, Gyo could have easily have done. I will make no such mistake. Even if Kantan were to become surrounded on all sides, we can easily shut our gates and hold up inside for a decade or two. Even then, it is only a matter of time until... But of course, however, by the time that moment arrives, I'd imagine my frail body would have already succumbed to illness. Wow, he's like, yeah, fuck the city, fuck the town, fuck the country, it's about me. The nation of Zhao, all its citizens from the top to the very bottom, I could not care less about what happens to them afterwards. What a great king. What depraved darkness. Mind-numbingly so. Did he say something, Ribaku? No, he fought down. No, sire. Then get off my sight. Go and fulfill your duty, O honorable great heaven. Loose Gyo, and your body shall be carved into pieces, Ribaku. And not only you, but every last one of your lackeys and followers will share the same fate. Do you hear me? Let us be on our way, king. Ribaku-sama, our king is an idiot. It is said that a kingdom is not brought down by its enemies, but such as King Zhou of Shang. It is said that a kingdom is not brought down by its enemies, such as King Zhou of Shang or King Li of Zhao. We can only pray that His Majesty is not cut from a similar cloth. A tyrant that will lead the state to ruin. Clack. Your Highness, who is that? Ribaku, who are you now? Your Highness. So a prince, I'm assuming? Ribaku. That's a dude, right? I'm assuming that's it. the lipstick kind of throws me off. I'm assuming that's it, dude. Your Highness. Ribaku. Yeah, it has to be, right? Ribaku, you have done well to return from the western reaches as quickly as you have. Your speedy return will be the difference between thousands of Zhao citizens' lives being lost or not. Zhao Crown Prince Da, aka Prince Ja. Not at all. It was my mistake to begin with by allowing the Shin to encroach as far in as they have. I'll be marching out to thoroughly exterminate them with all that we can spare. I am aware that Kantan's garrison will remain here despite the circumstances. Please allow me to apologize on my father's behalf, Ribaku. Your Highness, that's not... Though we may have been maneuvered into a dire position, to Shin this is also a double-edged sword where failure shall mean catastrophic repercussions that will shake the very foundation of the state. Your Highness is entirely correct. Should it be required, I'm also fully prepared to take to the front lines with glaive in hand so as to inspire the men. Though I doubt I will prove as motivational as the Shin King at Sai. Do not hesitate to call upon me. Fufu, I understand. But I shall endeavour to prevent that from being necessary, Highness. Your Highness, should we say. We stand at a turning point. I am aware, Your Highness, Ribaku. The fate of Gyo is in your hands. Yes, sir. We must endure it. So long as we can endure this period of darkness, the era of Prince Ka shall come and Zhao will be bathed in a true light. Gyo. Everyone here? Aye. I am sure you all have questions concerning our strategy. Hence I will now explain the full scope of my plans involving our campaign for Zhao's inner capital region. The full scope of the strategy? Zhao intends to liberate Gyo from our blockade before the city runs out of food. To that end, we can expect to be beset on all sides from the various Zhao capital forces that have been on standby until now. Simply put, the whole beehive will be swarming towards us. However, While some of you may be inclined to think that we stand no chance of holding them back, in actual fact, only 2 Zhao armies out of the myriad of attackers are capable of liberating Gyeon in a single decisive blow. Only 2? The first belongs to Atsuyo, the great city that serves as lock and key to the capital's northwest reaches, while the second, the army of Ryoyo, has consolidated all of Zhao's manpower that was originally stationed within the Taiko mountain ranges. Okay. Atsuyo and Ryoyo. Should either of these armies be allowed to reach Go, our siege will without a doubt be broken. Which means that it will be necessary for us to split up our forces and move out to engage those 2 armies first. Correct. Firstly, concerning Gyo itself, the 60,000 men of the Kanki army will remain here and continue to starve the city out. Furthermore, it will be down to you and you alone to handle all other Zhao reinforcements apart from the 2 armies from Atsuyo and Ryoyo. What? Everything else? You heard the boss, Marin. I'm not sure what you expect me to do. As for the other 2, the Zhao army that is currently occupied with Yotanwa is in fact the Ryoyo army. What? Though the standoff has continued until now, we can expect Zhao to make a move in the near future. Once they receive further reinforcements from Ryoyo city, their number will exceed 100,000. A moment, General. Is it not true that the Yotanwa army is only 50,000 strong, less than half their opponent? Which is why we will also be sending reinforcements, eh? General Heki, along with the original 8,000 under your command, you will be assigned a further 2,000 from Kanki's reserve. Hey, he's literally 10k people, 10k strong. Thus, with an army of 10,000, you will ride to the Yotanwa, 60k against 100k. Come on. But it's Yotanwa. It's Yotanwa, right? She's clapping anyone. I'll take command of 10,000 men and go to Yotanwa's rescue. Yes, sir. So, yeah, well, actually, yes, sir. He used it before, just saying. So loud, he just casually stole another 2,000. Lastly, the Atsuyo army shall be handled by the 7,000 men under the Osen army, in addition to 5,000 of the Gyokoho, and the 5,000 of the Gakuka, and the 8,000 of the Hishin independent units. So they've got 88,000 units. We shall ride out northwards and meet the Otsuyo with a combined total of 88,000 men. Ooh, I like the fact that all 3 of them are staying with Osen for a little bit now, so we get to see more of Osen and what he's all about. But if we're sending 88,000 to Atsuyo, but only 60,000 to Ryoto, then isn't one side a bit stacked? That's true. That would be because Atsuyo is where our true foe lies. Our true foe, that's right. I am certain that Ruroku will attack us as part of the Atsuyo army. Okay. Kantan. The Shin forces have split their forces in 2 and moved out to engage Atsuyo and Ryoyo's army, it would appear. They've perfectly read our moves. Shun Suiju, sire. You are to attach yourself to the Ryoyo army as commander and take command of the men. Yes, sir. Kosen Ryo is a talented man. Take him as your deputy, and see to it that you work together smoothly with that somewhat quirky lord of Ryoyo as your commander. A commander of 100,000 relegated to deputy. That's how much for a man that's practically unknown to have this much faith placed in him by Ribi. This guy's he actually read Osen's provision. That's how smart he is. That's all I'm gonna say to that. He actually accurately read that. Just tiniest hint, and he was like, something is wrong here. Let's make sure. I can understand. I can definitely see why there's so much trust placed on him. Everyone else will be joining me as part of the Atsuyo army retinue and travel southwards towards battle. Hang on a second. Are we putting way too many eggs in one basket like this? I am certain that Osen will also wager the bulk of his forces on the Atsuyo expedition. Huh? From this point on, it will finally come down to might against might. Whether Gyo's fate shall be capitulation or liberation, glop, will all be dependent on, I like this matchup spread. Yo, Tanner versus this dude. What do you call it? What was it? What? Not toupee. It's a. What's the? A week. Damn it. I can't think of words nowadays. A week. Mr. My hair seems to be like a week versus Yotanua. And then, on the other side of the world, you have who on this upcoming battlefield will be able to annihilate their respective opponents. Osen. Riboku. And then you've got just an A-star power lineup of all these folks. An A-star power lineup. That this is a title card and a half. It's like the Royal Rumble almost. That's what it feels like. Dignified. Oh, Battleground Ryuyo. Okay, so that's the title of this chapter. Dignified and refined. The noble lady that commands thousands and tens of thousands. Hey. The two armies would receive their respective notifications at roughly the same time. Yeah.
I bring a message from Riboku.
The Shin forces have forced the refugees into Gyo and engaged them in the Battle of Provisions. It falls to either the Atsuyo or Ryuyo armies to break the siege on Gyo. So that really did happen. Then it appears our waiting ends here, and we must first vanquish this mountain tribe army that stands in our way. We can finally get started, it seems. Not quite, sire. Riboku-sama urges you not to rush into action and to instead move cautiously. Though they may be the very same men that liberated Sai from the coalition army's clutches 5 years ago. But apart from them possessing overwhelming offensive capabilities, there is still much we do not know about them. Perhaps the very way they do battle is in a manner incomprehensible to us plainsfolk. To leap into an engagement purely due to our numerical advantage could risk heavy losses on our part. Now that I think about it, the few light skirmishes we've had with them so far have always resulted in our men being trounced. At any rate, Riboku-sama wishes you to continue holding your positions at least until the newly appointed commander, Shunjui... that's why I can't say his name. That's why I don't remember his name, because I hate his name. Shunjui-ju-sama arrives. We're swapping commanders? What? Made a mistake last chapter. Shun Jui-ju is replacing Konshin-ryu as commander with Konson Ryu serving as deputy. My goodness. And for it to be Shun Jui-ju, one of his adjutants, granted, he is a general, but his achievements are still Shun Jui-ju, that orphan of the... Oh my, he probably studied under Riboku all the time. Furthermore, Riboku-sama says, depending on how events unfold, there may even be a need for you to lure out Ryuyo's core forces that remain nested within the city. Ryuyo's core forces? Nested? But wait, we're talking about 50,000 against our 90,000 here, and despite that, Riboku-sama's prediction is that it is us who will take the greater losses, and for it to be against some swarm of savages too? I heard that the liberation of Sai occurred in an instant. Hence, there is not enough time for us to accurately gauge just how powerful these Shin mountain tribes are. Glock. On the other hand, they could also prove to be much weaker than we give them credit for. And of Shun Jui-ju himself, he's on his way here. Now, with an entourage of 1,000 elites, just 1,000, he's expected to arrive within half a day. Have the men switch to offensive formation. Yes, sir. Make preparations so that we will be ready to attack the moment the Supreme Commander arrives. Yes, sir. General Heki is currently en route at the head of 10,000 men to serve as aid. He has also brought enough food to last 10 days or so. I see.
That will certainly be helpful.
And the plan is to have your grand total of 60,000 men hold off the opposing 90,000 strong Ryuyo army here. Now, she doesn't want to hold... He probably says, I don't want to hold them off. Let's just destroy them. Let's just... There are brave men knocking on our doors. Let's go ahead and kill them. Basically like that. But going by what General Osen thinks, if Ryuyo City sends out further reinforcements, then the enemy ranks will probably swell even further. But even so, somehow you will need to keep the Zhao occupied here until Gyo's granaries empty and the city falls into our hands. The Ryuyo army cannot be allowed to approach Gyo.
I understand. Thank you for the message. You may retire to attend the Milheki army's arrival.
Like this guy, I'd be like... That would be me. If she looked at me like... I'd be like... Yes, Yotama-sama. Yes, your tan, Sama. Yes, your tan. That'd be me. I'd be like blushing way harder than him. I don't blush ever. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. If there is anything I can help you with, please do not hesitate to call for me. Understood. Well then. Let's get this. This guy's like, huh? Nani? He's like, bruh, hold him back. Hold him back. Are you insane? Are you mentally challenged, bro? Nah, son, we attacking. Like, straight up, like, we are attacking. There, let's get this started. Let's get this party started. Let's get up. Oh, how does the song go? I forgot how the song goes. Fate, come yesterday. I guess I gotta put in like a foreign accent now. Fate can be a strange thing. I never would have thought. What's a mountain accent? I don't know what a mountain accent is.
It can be a strange thing. I never would have thought that the day would come where a Figo tribe would stand shoulder to shoulder with you. Don't you agree, Baggio?
So these guys are like eagle breeders, like true mountain folks, I guess.
Though, if the queen wasn't the type of woman that she is, we would have resisted you until our dying breath. Take it down.
Well, this guy, I can't do that kind of voice for this guy. It was like, dear, if the queen wasn't the type of woman that she is, we would have resisted you until our dying breath, taking down as many of you with us as we could. Right, Capro?
All the tribe leaders have said the exact same thing. Monsieur, do you know why
Monsieur, do you know why it is
that all the selfish tribe leaders joined the Tenma's banner to fight under her?
It's
Hilarious, because Tenma's strength is on a whole other level.
She truly is a monster.
Trying to better a woman like that with force is only asking to be cut down in response.
Oh my, okay.
Which is why all the tribe leaders have decided to join her in battle in the hopes of racking up achievements. Also, Tenma will fall for them and open up her legs of her own volition.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. Even pig-headed men like them can be covered up like this, don't you think? Yeah. Oh, king of the Figo. They're in tribe. What? The in tribe. Oh, I'm assuming that's the in. I'm like, okay, the in tribe has started. Oh, and it's time we got started too. Off you go, Carapo. Go, my beloved bird. And from atop the skies, unravel in the foolish actions of mankind. When it came to the Zhao army, there would be two things that would catch them off guard. Is it just they don't even have? It seems like they don't even have armors on. Are they just? They're just going in there like without armors, without shoes, without anything. They're just going like, bro, we're going on a trip. We're going on a journey. We're going on a trip. And there would be two things that would catch them off guard. Is it just me or are those guys in front of us getting closer? Yeah, they're attacking them.
Watch out! They're coming straight.
No, now you can see the armor, the shield. The first was that archers, brace. The Yotanmo army that had been expected to remain defensive in a bit to keep them away from going instead. Going, that's what I'm saying. Nobody would have expected them to attack. It's like, bruh, come on now, really. Defend. These mountain tribe folks, defend. It's like saying Kankish, defend, like, bro. No. Even like during the coalition war, the whole point was like to defend Kankaku Pass. What did he do? He went out there like, and I'm going back, it's like, bro, these people don't know how to defend, alright? They don't know how to defend. It's not in their blood, it's not in their DNA.
Loose! Target them! Here they come! Shield troops, get ready!
They're coming at us first. There is one.
What? No, another one. Coming from the left as well, General.
Stop making a fuss. Interesting. Why don't you show me then the strength of the mountains? They're just with a spear, like it's like a well, I wasn't gonna say shovel, but you might as well use shovel. I was thinking of like the what's it called? The hay, the that you used to get hay. I don't know the name, but it's kind of ironic considering that I used to live on I always say I used to live on a farm. I sort of did, but I sort of didn't. It's a very... I won't get into it here, but let's just say this. There is a farm that is being owned in my family, right? That's what we're leaving it of. And that's where we'll leave it off. But like literally just like, Just getting through all of them, the ranks was like, nah, son. You sell this, nah, son. We don't need our. We have the speed and power on our side. Rumble. The in and un. I'm assuming that's an un. Unless it's lin. No, it's un. The in and un tribes have begun the Danai. Danai, okay. Yo, Tama-sama, what's happening all of a sudden? Just the Danai. The Danai? Wait, stop. How are they so strong? Not good. Send reinforcements. They're going to punch through. A Danai in the language of your plainsfolk would be a fate. Oh. Send reinforcements, weakening your positions already. Okay. All that is no more than a feint. After knocking on the wall and shaking it lightly, you send in the Manai, or in other words, the real attack. Yeah. Make a hole, and then break down the whole wall, like that. I get that. And the second surprising thing was incoming! The American trams possessed a destructive power that greatly exceeded Xiao's imagination. You cursed Shin. All this time you've kept warriors of this caliber hidden? Bring forward the reserves. Hurry! Yes, sir. At the same time. Is something the matter, Shindona? The air just... See, this chapter was called Battleground Ryoyo. I'm assuming the next one will be Battleground Atsio. Shin's forces had also drawn close to the air decides the battleground. Oh my... We can smell it. You can smell it. The air is changing. Chapter 519. The Supreme Commander's Methods. Kantan Gyo. Roughly 50 li west of Kantan, and 75 li north of Gyo. Lies a vast and expansive plain, occasionally interspersed with thick forests and hills that would hinder an army's march. To see the crows, a feast for crows. It is whispered over drinks that the name given to this land stemmed from a large battle that took place here in ages past, one that dyed the Expanse scarlet with blood. And it is said that history is bound to repeat itself, that another clash of similar bloodshed would take place on these grounds yet again. The Shukai, or Scarlet Sea, ooh, I like that name, Scarlet Sea Plains. The time when men of war shall be bathed scarlet and blood draws near. This arena would be where the southbound Ryuku army and the northbound Osen army would clash. The two supreme commanders. By this point, the two leaders of Jin and Zhao had already arrived at these grounds as part of their advance parties. They're just like, both of them, just like scouting the land like, okay, I need to know exactly this terrain, inside and out. What can I do? As Osen said, it's a battle between me and Riboku at this point. Like, oh yeah. The two of them would go on to take in a landscape that lay before them, where they would then conjure up imaginary troops and formations, maneuvering and directing them in their minds. Heroically slaying their enemies. Yeah, I'll show you. And then everyone has a plan until they get punched. I like this like split screen view of like both of them. It's like, yeah, they're both at the pinnacle of intelligence. Like the battle between these two men had already, just in their mind, had already begun. And we go back to Gyo and they're starving. It's like, no, they are having trouble. The liberation forces can't get close to us at all now. Die! Damn it all. Keep pushing forward no matter what. We have to break through these men and rescue Go. Shit, again and again. These Shin cavalries keep dead. As expected, these plains really allow Ringyoku's cavalry to unleash their true potential. He certainly seems to be putting in more effort than usual, probably since he had nothing to do during Kokyo. As Gyo comes into view, the Zhao cannot help but have their attention dragged towards the city, but only to... I need to... With these Shakespeare folks, right, and they always need to have the fancy accents, only to be dealt a crippling blow by Ringyoku's revolving flanking raids. It would seem we'll be able to hold out for a while, yet just by relying on this one move alone, so trivial. Boss! A report from Raido-san on the other side. Right now he's already engaged. There's 3,000 Zhao guys and it's easily kicking their asses, but 2 more groups of 2,000 just popped up and are coming in from the left and right. So he wants you to send Kokyo's 1,000 cavalry to hit one of them. You heard him, Maron. So much for it being trivial. Looks like things are getting heated up here earlier than expected here. Are you going to ride us on position? Yeah, seems there's more fun to be had there. Fun, he says. Come on, Ogiko.
Okay.
Boss, bad news. Looks like another soldiers here, soldiers there. Looks like another 2,000 Xiao bastards are approaching from the trees to the front left. Not only that, but they're all on horses too, so they'll be on top of us real soon. Perhaps it is us that have drawn the shortest straw out of the tree, out of the free. Damn it, out of the free. Who knows? Take care of the rest, Maranka. Send a message to Rinyoku-san. Have him break off and engage the newcomers. Just like showing us that like there's battles going on everywhere. Sama, Osun-sama, Sama, Riboku-sama, Osun-sama. Riboku, I presume they have arrived. Yes, sir. Everyone has arrived. Understood. Summon all. It's like just split screen perfectly. It's like just showing you they're equally matched. Basically, that's all it's really saying. They're equally matched. There's two supreme commanders. The commanders of the armies. Basically, just like this is all they have to take in. Understood. Summon all the commanding officers. Yes, sir. Then please immediately summon all. He's like summon them right now, and Riboku's like, please immediately summon all of them. I shall convey to them our upcoming plan that shall lead us to victory. Yes, sir. Huh? What? Let me guess, they both have like the same method or some shit like that. What? This deployment, huh? Is it really okay for us to be deployed there of all places? 10. Hang on a second. Not to mention, the Gakuyon are also going to be. Understood. Moten? Yeah. Are you certain, sir? But it's the same thing. Riboku-sama. Well then, gentlemen. To your position. So, boy, let's take all this in. Okay, so this Zhao... Actually, let's do it from the Shin side, because obviously we're... On the Shin side, just saying. The Shin left wing, the Gakuga unit versus the Zhao right wing. You've got Kisui. Oh boy. I like that, because Moten kind of like came in late at like the hills, the Battle of the Hills. I mean, he came on at the end, obviously, to like take over the hills, basically. But like we had so much like information, like Kisui and so on and so forth, that Shin has already dealt with them, right? So it's very nice to like have this now be like Moten, the Gakuga unit, take them on. So 5,000 soldiers versus 30,000. 5k versus 30k. Like everyone's going up against like 6 times the number. Well, I can't say everyone because I have not read all the rest yet, but still. Shin's right wing, 25,000 soldiers. The Gyokoho unit and Akko, who is the first commander of Osen, versus the Zhao left wing with Gakue, Bananji, and Chogaryo, who have 30,000. So this one is actually pretty even there. So it's 25,000 versus 30,000. Interesting. So, more. Is that why we had like Moten be like, think about it, understood, and Shin be like, Moten? Is that because he's like facing like these super difficult odds, and like in the center you have Fute, Keini, Riboku, Kinmo, and Gyoyun, 60k, and then in the Shin center arm you have 58. So it's pretty much even. It's like 2,000 souls, but it's pretty much even with Osen, Mako, and the Hishin unit. So the Hishin unit is in the set. You know damn well that Shin wants to go for Riboku's head. I don't think he will get it though. But Moten, like every other army is like relatively even except for that one. And I wonder why. I can't think. It's because like they've already experienced Kisui in battle, so they can kind of like... No. I was gonna say they can kind of like recognize what they're gonna do. But we saw how good Kisui is. And Bate, obviously, basically the powerhouse, right? So I don't understand what the plan here is. I really don't understand what the plan is. Then we get everyone, and Shin is even thinking, Moten. Foo! Dear me, who would have thought that the glory of shedding first blood would fall to us? Yes, it's time we got the ball rolling. Let's do this. Hey, bro. Hey, you're fighting 6 times your numbers, bro. But okay, 5k versus 4. Hey, good luck, son. Good luck. Obviously, I want all of you to do very, very well. You're like my children. I want all of you to do very, very well. So I will say this: good luck. This will be the final chapter for today, ladies and gentlemen. 520, 100 above the 420, 520. It's 520. Swirling with tensions, a field covered in military might. There we go. Battles beginning. That's what it's called. Battles beginning. Zhao left wing 30k. Shin right wing 25k. Zhao center 60k. Shin center 58k. And then Zhao right wing 30k with Shin left wing 5k. So it's Zhao grand total 120k. Shin's grand total 88k. That's a significant difference. That's a 32k difference. That's a lot. That's a lot. Damn it. That friggin' General Osen, seriously, you send us probably like, you should have sent us alongside Moten, and then we'll defeat the left wing, and then come join you in the center or something like that. I don't know. Damn it. That friggin' General Osen. Seriously, what the heck is up with this positioning? If you're gonna put us in the center and stick us in the front, or at least somewhere to the side, but instead, he just shoves us all the way in the back. What the hell? We can't even see anything at all from back here. Not to mention, it even looks like we're so scared of Riboku that we're trying to hide from him. Hey, calm down. I see. So the reason why the general placed us here is to hide us from the enemy's sight, which means you should pay attention to our left wing. No matter how you think about it, it's all going to start with the left side first, that's right. If it's talking about our positions, and even more so than our strange placements, it's the left flank that's in a far more concerning situation. You see, I would have understood if he put Ohan on the left, because he knows his son very, very well. But, like, he doesn't know Moten all that well, so that's why I'm, like, surprised, like, if it's your own son, you can kind of plan around it. You know how he kind of thinks, so you can, like, kind of plan around it. Well, like, he doesn't know Moten that well, so I don't actually know what the plan is here. But I'm going to let myself be surprised, I guess. It's a left flank that's in a far more concerning situation. Zhao Army's headquarters. Report, the enemy's right wing is believed to be between 20,000 and 25,000 strong. The center runs quite deep, making it hard to estimate, but it's at least more than 50,000. More than 50,000? However, they've only placed 5,000 on their left. 5,000? The left wing only has 5,000? Only 5,000 for the left wing? I had taken this Osen to be a cautious man, but it would seem he's surprisingly daring. Indeed. The battle has yet to be joined. But his machination have already. I can't say that word. Right? I know what it means. I know what it is. I know people always. Actually, no, nobody's ever said, "Oh, you don't know how to pronounce machination." It just sounds stupid to me, right? Machination sounds stupid to me, which is why I hate saying it. Right? I know I said it like 3 times now, but I hate saying that word. There are a few words like that in the English dictionary that I know how to say. I know what they mean. I know what they are, but I just can't. I either can't say them, or I sound terrible saying them. It's just a weird thing. It's like this dismemberment. I know one of those words that I can't say. It is common practice to begin a battle in such a way that creates a situation advantageous to oneself, and to that effect. The fact that Shin had placed such an alarmingly small amount of men on the left wing was very clearly a taunt to the armies of Zhao, basically like a Kamata's breath, like a message directly from Osen to Riboku to the effect of, hurry up and hit my left flank. Faced with this, Riboku was left with 2 possible choices. He could take Osen's bait and begin the battle by directing the 30,000 strong Kisui army to attack the Shin's left wing, or he could ignore Osen's suspicious taunt and instead begin the battle at a different location. Kane, relay my orders to Kisui on the right wing. Yes, sir. As it would, turns out, Riboku's decision, have all his forces advance, go forth and wipe out the 5,000 men of Shin's left wing. Yes, sir. Let's go, Batty. We're moving out. Would be the former. The footfalls of the 30,000 men under Kisui's command as they began their march forward would mark the commencement of this battle between the Osen and the Riboku armies. Urgent news, sir. The roughly 30,000 men of Zhao's right wing have mobilized their entire army and are heading straight for our position. Shin's left wing, Gakukai unit, 5,000 men. Shit. So they really did come at us with everything they have. Moten-sama. And that leaves us with no choice. We're heading out to Moten-sama. Luck be with you. It's the same thing as always. I'll catch you later, Grams.
Rikusen, clang!
Whoa, what is it, Adjutant? Normally, I would be at Moten-sama's side, ready to offer up my own life if the need arises. However, on this occasion, these old bones of mine cannot keep up with the rest of the cavalry, which is why I've entrusted that role to you, understand, Rikusen? Jeez, I know already. Now, can you move that aside?
Rikusen, despite possessing formidable skills, your
diffident attitude. My goodness, they're throwing all these words at us today that I've you read in books, but in granted, when you read a book, you don't read it. That's what I mean. You read in books, but you read silently, so you never really stumble upon the word. How do you pronounce it? After you have to think for a second, how do you pronounce it? But they're just throwing all these words at us. which is fun, I guess. Your definite attitude and lack of ambition truly drives me up that wall at times, but you're still reliable. That meant to be a compliment, especially your skill with the spear. Even Ohun would find a worthy challenge in you. Oh my. What? No way. Guys on a whole different level. Rikusen! I entrust Moten-sama to you. I told you already. I've got his back. But you seriously need to stop treating him as the same old young master that needs to protect him from danger adjutant. Even when General Osen charges to take these ridiculous odds of 30,000 against 5,000, Moten-sama wasn't unnerved at all. I'm sure he's already at the point where he can view the battlefield from the same point of view of all those great generals. Oh my, okay, now we're all throwing hype on them. I get it. And it makes sense too. Even if you tell me that, I already know. I know that, but...
Yeah.
Just a little flashback.
Boing, boing.
Moten-sama, under you is a cliff. Please get down, you'll die if you falls.
Moten-sama.
But no matter how much he grows, he'll always be the young master whose well-being I'll always fret over.
Hey. You're a good dude. You're a good dude. But as we saw previously with Moten, the guy just doesn't die. Like, Moten was like, "This is my son. He's not gonna die." Like, it's just like that. He's not gonna die. Forget that. He's not gonna die. And that was that. That was that. Like, he didn't die, and now he's back, and he's a-okay.
How far are we gonna go, Lord? We're almost at the halfway mark.
The enemy's left wing doesn't seem to have moved from the starting position. Is this Osen guy a dumbass? At this rate, we're gonna push these battle lines right up the headquarters. All troops halt. We'll stop here and observe the enemy for a while. You gotta have a little question, you know, like, what's going on here? This is too easy. Is this a bait? Where is the bait? What's the bait? What's happening here? Have EK's 1,000 cavalry proceed forward and scout them out. Yes, sir. All troops halt. EK unit, maintain pace forwards.
Kisu-sama, word from our lookout to the front.
What happened? Did they finally start moving?
No, sir.
Of the 5,000 originally part of Shin's left wing, only around half of them remain. Half? That must mean the 2,500 advantage must be somewhere else right now, yeah. Sneaky. There they are.
Who are those horsemen? The enemy? There is no warning or anything.
Incoming!
You idiots! That's the enemy. Archers!
I thought that's it. Oh, cheers.
Archers! It's too late. Get your shields up. Shield wall!
Noted just comes in like, nah, decapitation. It wouldn't be kingdom without decapitation. Haha. You might be able to hear my neighbour's car. He works at night, generally. 3 a.m. That's when he works, so that's what's happening now. 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Crunch, and they're just rushing through. Stab.
Don't be...
Notice just slowing through them.
Sir, enemy cavalry have appeared to our right. Our right flank is now under attack. Oh, no shit. We can see that, you moron. Have the right arm immediately face the right and assume formation. Yes, sir. Send out Kokaku's 2,000 cavalry to loop around him and strike the enemy from behind. Do not allow even a single one of them to escape. Yes, sir. Moten-sama, it's just as you predicted. They sent out a cavalry unit rumble. They won 2 hills from behind. All right, call it off. We'll pull it. Yeah, I had a feeling he'd do that. He doesn't need to win big, like, he doesn't need to win against the 30,000 soldiers. What he needs to do is win against, like, go in, sneak attack, tiny attack, boom, destroy a couple thousand, then leave, and then do that multiple times. And that's how you, like, just dwindle the numbers down little by little. You don't have to fight the whole army right away. Just take a little approach. Step, run. Step, run. Step. Basically like that. We're pulling out. Kokusama, the enemy cavalry started to run, huh? Sharp one, aren't they? But now that they've tried chasing them, it's all working perfectly. But now that you've come this far, I don't think you'll be able to outrun our friggin' cavalry. We'll ride them down from behind. Moten-sama, enemy cavalry in pursuit. Let's pick up the pace. Yes, sir. Choro, the hell you doing? They're gonna catch up to you. Shit it. There ain't much that's harder than running away while still staying close enough to keep them on your tail. Aye. And from the side... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't need to beat 30k at once. You can do it like that.
Enemies to our left as well.
Yeah. Welcome to the hunting grounds. Turn around. Tank to chew right through. And that's... Moten. I'm assuming we're gonna get like that for like every one of the like I can't say three, the 5 youngins. All right, when I say 5, Ohon, Kyukai, Ten, Shin, Moten. No, those 5 is the 5 I'm talking about. But I definitely for like the 3 main rivals with like Moten, Ohon, and then Shin. So we've had a lot of time spotlight with Shin. So I'm assuming we're gonna get a lot of obviously with Moten here and a lot with Ohon too. I like the fact that we've had like, you know, your Tanwa focused. Now we've had Moten focused, Kanki focused. So are we gonna get like Ohon focused, then Shin focused, Kyukai focused, and then maybe Osen focused? Like I'm hoping we're gonna go into that direction. Like everyone's gonna get like a little bit of spotlight here, a little bit of spotlight there. I really enjoy that. And obviously Ryokuzami, powerful forces. Oh yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be seeing you all in the next one, everybody. Until then, have a nice day, peace out, and let me know what you think about the chapter. That was a bit of a quick ending, though, wasn't it? That was a bit of a rapid ending, though. Rapido. Mas rapido. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be seeing you all in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen, and peace out. Bye, ladies and gentlemen. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day. Bye.